What's going on, everybody? So if you missed the NFL Week 3 Thursday Night Football game between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams, you probably missed one of the best. This was a very, very exciting game. And I'm going to tell you that I didn't want to watch the game, but obviously I have to watch it to do recaps for you guys. So, I had to force myself to watch it. But like how initially when you think something is going to be something that it's not, you're like, all right, I'm about to cringe watching this. Listen, this was very, very exciting. And I know Brian Hoyer is a bum. I understand all that, right? But Jared Goff is what this really was about. Even though, Gurley went off with all those touchdowns and everything like that. And if you guys were playing DraftKings or doing whatever you were doing, you guys probably made some real serious cash. But let's just talk about the fact that the 49ers played against the Seahawks, right? What was that? That was last week. What was it, 9-3? Something ridiculous, like a very, very stupid score, right? The Rams come out and completely just go wild. Even though the 49ers were going wild in the second half and they tried to, spark a comeback or whatever they were doing, right? Just think about this. The Seahawks, this is the reason that the Seahawks, I'm telling you right now, and this is another reason why I'm so happy for Marshawn Lynch that he got out of there, because the Seahawks has not been the same since that Super Bowl. And I know a lot of you are going to say they got to get over it, but it's very, very difficult to, when you have an opportunity to take advantage of something that's so hard to do, to get to the Super Bowl, and your coach calls a passing play directly to the defense, and Malcolm Butler does what's right, and the Patriots win the Super Bowl, it's very hard to get over that. But let's just talk about this. The 49ers, right? They got completely dominated for the most part of the game, and the Rams offensively were still able to, deal with their onslaught in the second half, because this was the highest scoring game in Thursday Night Football NFL history. So that means a lot, because some really good teams have played with Thursday Night Football. So this was a game, Brian Hoyer versus Jared Goff. It's not going to really, it doesn't really mean anything. You think about it, you're like Carlos Hyde. Obviously, Todd Gurley's a goon, but it's not a game that you would think would draw that much attention. But I'm going to tell you this right now. Watching the Rams play, Aaron Donald, man, I don't know why they didn't. Why would they even allow that man to hold out? This organization has to be one of the stupidest organizations ever. The Rams have to, when you see talent like that, you got to take care of that guy. This guy is a savage beast. He didn't even, no preseason, right? One game when he came back to join the team. Did you see what that man was doing out there? Does people not understand? If you've played football, and most of these owners should understand this, the worst type of pressure is up the middle. Aaron Donald is giving you that. There is no team that's stopping him. He reminds me so much of Warren Sapp. And I know that Collinsworth made a comment. I believe he made a comment about the fact that he's already a Hall of Famer. If he stays in that same core, if you're a Rams fan, right, and you listen to what I'm like, because other people don't understand what's going on right now. If you don't really watch Aaron Donald, you don't understand. That man, look, the Rams have the potential, if they're offensively able to do these things, because this is night and day from last year. Now, I don't think that they're going to be able to do this against better teams, but the 49ers defense was very, very formidable against the Seahawks, and people have favored the Seahawks to be a decent team. So if you use that type of logic, you got to say to yourself, hold on. The Seahawks were struggling to do anything with this team, and the Rams is doing whatever they want. How does that make sense? It doesn't really make any sense if you think about it like that. And I know it's early in the season, we're only week 3, but you have to give the Rams credit, because no matter how you try to draw this game up, a lot of people, if they were betting, would say, wait a minute, they locked up Russell Wilson and the Seahawks. It's no way the 49ers are going to give up these kind of points to the Rams. So this is the way the NFL works. And it's just like, yo, what's happening? It turns into a massive shootout. Very, very exciting game overall. Looking forward to the rest of the season. Jared Goff, he showed me a lot in this game. And let me explain. And I'm not saying that he's like Joe Montana, and that's not what I'm doing. And a lot of people try to misconstrue my words when I'm trying to explain and give credit. What I'm saying is he seems like a formidable quarterback now. You know what I'm saying? He's not like that guy that's starting currently for the Bears. Mike Glennon. See, Mike Glennon, those guys, a lot of guys are bums in the league. What I'm saying is he's becoming formidable. Last year, nobody respected Goff. He was a guy that's just like, yo, what is this guy doing? You know what I'm saying? Now he's rolling out. He's making plays. He's identifying defenses at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if you guys were seeing that. He was able to see what was going on now. See, it's a maturation process that people try to skip. And they think that, oh yeah, this guy sucks or whatever like that. See, I don't do that to rookies and guys in their second year. I'm like, yo, I do that to veterans. Like Carson Palmer absolutely 100% sucks. And I can validate that. I don't care whatever you guys will say. I can show you, even when he was with the Bengals, how bad he was. And how Ocho Cinco and, what's the dude's name? Who's Your Mama? That dude right there, Hushmanzada, they made Carson Palmer. He still tried to do his best to throw interceptions. And he's been doing that for a while. Carson Palmer's been a bum for a very long time. But when you're dealing with second-year players, you know what I'm saying? You got the Wentzes, you got Goff, you got, Dak Prescott. You got these guys that are coming out, and you're trying to see, what do we really have? And then you got a first-year player, Mike Trubisky, that I think, he played very well in the preseason. When you start to analyze what these guys are doing and try to figure out how far they can go, it has a lot to do with their second year, because it's either a drop-off or an increase. And right now, if you're a Rams fan, you got to be saying, okay, this guy has a decent enough arm to get the ball down the field. He's rolling out. Even though I don't like when he runs backwards when the pressure's coming in like that. Like, he has to work on that footwork. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with Tom Brady at his 40-year-old age, he's able to still get that footwork where he's able to, side to side and move up in the pocket. Goff did have an issue several times when the pressure was coming in to kind of like backpedal and just throw the ball off his back foot. I don't like that, but I think that when they look at the film, they will be able to see, okay, these are things that we got to work on. And I think that they see that he has some talent to continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he can be a formidable quarterback. I don't know how far he can go, but I'll tell you this. He has the potential to do, he can go as far as the Rams organization is willing to go with him, if they're willing to put more stuff in. But again, let's talk about Todd Gurley, man. Because that dude, he's going to be a baller. I know, what is it, like third year? Is it third year? He's been around for a little bit, because I think I had him on a fantasy team. I just can't remember. Like, it's so many running backs, I can't really, figure out what's going on. I don't really follow the Rams like that. But I do utilize Todd Gurley in fantasy and other things like that. Obviously, like I said, if you guys used him in DraftKings last night, somebody's counting a check. But I got me a check, I got a check. Like, dudes are really counting a lot of money. A lot of dudes came up yesterday off Todd Gurley being on that lineup. But again, he is a stud. Very athletic, very powerful, hurdling grown men. That's the issue. Like, if I'm a grown man and you hurdle me, we're going to fight. I'm going to get ejected out the game, because you know what? Now your crotch was above my above my head. So pretty much, we're not playing basketball, but you trying to teabag me. Like, I'm not about that. Like, you're not going to do that to me. But Gurley does that regularly. And then the thing about him is, he'll hop over you and keep running, which is a very, very unique talent. A lot of guys, when they get that hurdle, they'll just fall. He doesn't. Looking at that, I just gave you 3 pieces, right? Because Goff is now added to the pieces. Goff, Gurley, they got a couple decent cornerbacks. They got a couple decent linebackers. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have a lot of things that is going to present a lot of problems for a lot of teams if they can't. First of all, if they're able to stop the run, I don't know what Goff is going to be able to do. That's my issue. It's the same thing with Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. They go as Zeke goes. When Zeke was locked up against the Denver Broncos, Dak Prescott, he threw the ball 50 times for 200-something yards. That's garbage, okay? If you can't win the game when there's no running game, that's what you're going to need to start to develop. Like a Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, stuff like that. You're going to have to still be able to make plays. But the 49ers are rebuilding, so I can't really go hard on them. You got Brian Hoyer as your quarterback, who played very, very well and threw very, very accurate passes, even though some were intercepted. But he threw accurate passes, and it was a very, very exciting game. Like, I didn't think I was going to be able to get on here and have energy to talk about it. I was going to be like, that game last night. But they put in work, okay? And they deserve credit for that. And that's what I'm here to tell you about. Like, that's pretty much what it's all about at this point, is the growth and to see what's happening. But it's night and day. It's night and day from last year. You know what I'm saying? As far as the Rams go. And that's what I'm really focused on right now, because that, like I said, Aaron Donald not being there during the preseason, a lot of people thinking that he's going to be, have a freaking layoff of not being able to do it. It took that man 1 game to get back into shape. You ain't stopping that boy. And they better pay him. And if they don't, I just wish there was a way that he could just go to another team, because he could make another team a Super Bowl contender. Yeah, a D tackle can do that. Because if you watch that game yesterday, he's a force to be reckoned. The dude is Warren Sapp. He's Warren Sapp in gold. That's pretty much what it is. So, as far as this game goes, I like what I see from the Rams. Okay. We're going to keep going forward. I can't wait till the weekend to see what happens. I hope you guys are subscribing, sharing these videos, listening on iTunes and Android at GmiasWorld, and, just enjoying football, because that's what it's all about. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned, because we're going to have a lot more videos about different NFL topics and other sports topics coming very soon. One love.